Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bats Talks with show. And today, my second guest is Piggy. Welcome, Piggy.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, mate. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm good as well. Before we're gonna do some questions, I want to thank you as well for joining the show.
Thank you for the offer of doing the interview.
Yeah, no worries. So let's give it a go. Let's start with a small personal summary. So, your WoW name?
Piggy G.
Class?
Mage.
Spec?
Frost.
And where are you from?
South Africa.
South Africa, there you go. Okay, I give you two options now, and you have to choose one. Mage or Shaman?
Mage.
Fire or Arcane?
Fire.
A staff or a one-hander offhand combination?
One-hander offhand.
Intellect or Strength?
Intellect.
Alliance or Horde?
Alliance.
Mounts or Pets?
Mounts.
Progress or Achievements?
Progress.
Solo or group content?
Group content.
Garrosh or the Lich King?
Garrosh, because I never did the Lich King.
Garrosh. So my first question was Mage Shaman, and you chose the Mage. Why is that?
Because, well, I used to play a Shaman, and I used to play Elemental, and that was extremely face roll compared to... So, I've re-rolled twice in the recent past, and I used to play a Hunter, which was quite complex, and then I went to the complete opposite, which is an Elemental Shaman. Then I found that too face roll, and now I found the medium of a Mage.
And now you play Arcane.
Frost.
Okay. Do you like other classes, or do you really if you say, okay, Mage is really the one I want to play?
No, I still enjoy playing Shaman and Hunter, but well, healing wise, I'd probably say my favorite is healing as a Druid,
Okay.
which I used to do in Cataclysm.
Yeah.
And yeah, but still my favorite of all the roles is just being pure DPS. But I don't particularly enjoy playing Rogue and Death Knight.
And that's also the melee range thing?
Yeah, and definitely a more ranged player.
Okay. Yeah, you said Fire instead of Arcane.
Arcane is so face roll.
Sorry, I have to say, I'm really sorry for the Arcane people now. He doesn't want to offend you or something. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
Well, they did change it so that it actually requires a brain cell after Cataclysm.
You saved yourself there. You saved yourself there. All the Arcane people are like, no, that's not true.
So, yeah, they definitely improved it after Cataclysm, because Cataclysm was like 2 buttons. But no.
No, it's
you
a
actually
3,
have to-
because you also had to do time warp.
Oh, right. But now you actually have to like manage your stuff. But I don't like not having procs. Like, I mean, Arcane Missiles isn't an instant proc. It's just a cast, and I like having lots of procs that are that make your DPS go up.
Yeah, then Fire is a very good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Staff and one-hander, you chose the one-hander.
Yeah.
Any reasons for that, or?
Not particularly, because I don't know. I enjoy because I really like transmog, and you can transmog 2 things instead of 1.
Okay. But don't you
And
agree
also-
with me that, especially for casters, like I'm also a caster, but offense and one-hander sometimes, especially if you have a dagger or something, it's eh.
Yeah, okay. To a degree, it's more having a sword
Yeah.
and an offhand, because swords look really cool.
Yeah, that's true. I can agree with that. Yeah.
But I do enjoy a good staff.
Intellect strength. You chose intellect.
Yeah, I I don't particularly enjoy melee classes, and I've never played one at like a fairly high level.
Yeah.
Before, the closest I've had is an 85 Death Knight, in which I don't even know why I have it. I never did anything.
Alliance, yeah. Alliance Horde, you chose Alliance?
Yeah, that, I've never really played Horde, raiding wise. I'd like to try it one day, but I did have an 85. My Shaman that I used to play was actually initially Horde, but I transferred it to Alliance to make it my main. So, yeah, Horde are cool, but Alliance, for now, never played Horde.
But is it also the story in the Alliance versus Horde, or is it only because your friends are Alliance, you're like, okay, I will play Alliance as well?
Well, it was also sort of a thing of like, oh, the Alliance, all the noble people, and like, they seem like to be the good guys, sort of thing, and I also, like, obviously as I started out, I was like, oh, yeah, I've got to be a good guy, but I do also enjoy the story, like, with the with the King of Stormwind and that sort of stuff. I mean, Garrosh is just a complete failure with him being all, like, corrupt, but...
Well, he wasn't really corrupt. He was like,
Yeah.
I have the ambition, I have a strange ambition. The opposite of troll. Mounts or pets? You chose mounts.
Mounts often come with, like, status. So if you have a really cool mount, people will recognize it. And pets, I don't know, I think they're too small to be noticeable.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that, yeah. Progress achievements, you chose progress.
But the achievements as in, like, achievement runs, like going for the...
Oh, just achievements. Do you want to get those, or do you like achievements? But you said no.
I generally prefer progress, because if there's a boss that you've been progressing along for a long time and you enjoy the boss, when you kill it, it's such a good feeling. Like, once you have that sort of over 100 wipes sort of area, and then when you actually kill it, it's a really nice feeling.
Yeah. And solo group content, you chose group, and that's probably the same because you want that feeling.
Yeah, and it's also more fun playing with friends, in my opinion, compared to going alone.
And you chose Garrosh instead of Lich King. And why is that?
I've never got to experience the Lich King fight for what it actually was. I've only been above its level and just sort of nuked it down.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's pretty much why.
So you have more feeling with Garrosh because you did it when it was
current
content.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go to some other questions. When did you start with playing WoW?
I started playing towards the end of Lich King, where I started playing as a hunter. So I don't know how many years ago that was actually.
But this was the end of the Lich King expansion.
Yeah. And then I didn't level cap in Lich King. I don't remember, but I spent most of my time just exploring and like seeing what this whole new world was.
Mm-hmm. What was it? Sorry, go ahead.
I eventually level capped in Cataclysm.
And if you think about that, those first moments, or do you have any thoughts? You're like, oh yeah, I really remember that.
Yeah, making a night elf hunter, and that sort of, it was with IRL friends. Like there was a lot of us that decided that we're going to play this game together, and still, if I had to go back to Teldrassil and stuff like that, and hearing the music, it sort of brings back memories of the first time. Like obviously, you'll never have that sort of same feeling you did when you first played WoW, but it's the closest I sort of get to it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's really awesome to have those things. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, like probably the biggest memory that stuck out for me was spending like a whole day trying to get to the Dark Portal at level 21. I had read the battle chest, like all those books that they give you, and I was like, oh wow, the Outland, whatever. So yeah, I spent like 4 hours trying to get to the Outland, and I did. It's a level 21.
Awesome. Can you tell us about your previous guilds?
Okay, so there was a guild, my first guild.
Do you know the name of that?
Yes, because I made it.
Okay.
And it was called I Love Alex.
I love Alex. And which server was that?
Hellfire.
Okay.
And that, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but that led to nothing.
Well, you loved Alex.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So, now that so then after that, coming to an end, but it was pretty, I don't know, that was actually just a horrendous failure. And then I joined a guild called the Blood Pact, and this was my first like actual guild. And I joined them. Actually, I'm not 100% sure when I joined them. I think I joined them after I was 85 in Cataclysm, but I'm not sure what raid. But they would raid, and I never raided with them. But they weren't good. But I didn't know that because I didn't know about raiding. But I don't think they killed Deathwing on normal.
I think I saw a video about Blood Pact, and I'm not really 100% sure, but I thought they made a YouTube video or something about their guild. But
yeah, this like IRL videos of them.
No, it was like an intro to their guild, like we do this, this. Was that Blood Pact?
Yeah, okay, so that was, well, I don't know whether you saw the exact one, but this was a video that was made by a paladin called Gallimore.
Yeah, I think it was that name, yeah.
It was sort of like this really epic thing of like us doing stuff, and like I was so like absorbed by this, and then I was like, when I was put in the video, and I was like, oh my god, like in the credits at the end, it was like, thanks to Night Pig. I was like, yeah, whatever, like super cool.
Yeah.
And by the way, like this whole sort of our journey was done with Zaltier, the druid in our guild.
Mhm.
So that was from day one till now. He was one of the IRL friends that I started playing with.
And you still play with him, and he's still your IL.
Yeah. And so like, he was in the Blood Pact with me. And then after the Blood Pact, well, we were in the Blood Pact, and Zaltier and I were often doing normal pugs of Dragon Soul.
Mhm.
And we sort of reached our max of gear in normal, so we wanted to try heroic. So I think, Zaltier had done some heroics like before me, and I saw Tull asking in trade for like a DPS or something. I told him I hadn't done heroic before, but he's like, he still took me, and I was still my hunter at this stage. And I was shaking, like I'd never been in TeamSpeak before, I'd never been in Vent or anything, I'd never heard like other people's voices, like that I didn't know, so like I was so excited, I didn't have a mic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were in that raid, Brooks.
Probably.
But, yeah, probably. And, yeah, so that was, and it was, like, started at more shock, and I didn't know what I was doing, and they explained it. Like, I mean, that I remember clear as day. Like, that's a really big memory for me.
Yeah.
Like, that was awesome. Wow, doing more shock heroic. And then we, like, killed Yorsage or something, and we couldn't do Warlord Zarnaz because he was such a horrible boss. But yeah, so that was, like, my first night of heroic raiding, and that's where I got introduced to the Order of Azeroth.
Yeah, we will come there later on on the order. So
yeah. So yeah, that I was like the 1 or 2 pugs in that group.
Yeah.
With the, and
then
then I was And then me and Zelty made a decision that we were going to leave the Blood Pact and try and join a heroic, like, raiding guild.
Yeah.
And so it was between the Order of Azeroth and Trelawney to join.
Yeah. Well, we know the outcome.
Yeah. So then we chose this. I think it was a better decision because they're still on Hellfire. So.
Yeah, they're doing a great job at the moment, straight on.
Yeah.
Really far in progress, and they have a good brother, Guildmaster, Melfire, so the brother of Hell Chicken. So yeah.
I mean, I don't regret anything.
It's just a choice. You never know how it was there. I don't know how it is in that guild. I know some people, but if you know some people, it doesn't tell how their guild is or something. So how your feeling is with them. So yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you which friends you still play with from start, but Saltair is the one. Are there more, or is he the only one left?
There's one other one who sort of plays on and off now, because he also has exams and stuff.
Okay.
And he doesn't play at all during exams, but he also started day one, and he's also a druid. He's never done raiding. We've always tried to convince him, but he's that warlock that, like, I always say, ask him to come out of far with us.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he moved away. Like, we all lived together in one city and went to the same.
Okay.
And then he moved to somewhere else in South Africa. So this was sort of like our way of still keeping in touch all the time.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But now he's quite, like, into PvP, which I can't believe, but whatever, he doesn't want to try raiding.
Yeah, people always play or PvP or PvE. I don't know what it is. Okay, cool. So you still have 2 friends that you have contact with. Yeah, that's awesome. Which raid was your favorite raid? Which boss encounter was the one you really like?
Favorite raid overall that I've experienced this current content, Dragon Soul. Because I know that not many people like Dragon Soul, but I don't know, it was my first raid, so I've got all those exciting memories of me shaking in Teamspeak and stuff like that around that raid.
I think as well, yeah, you're saying that people don't like Dragon Soul, but I really have to agree with that. That feeling what you have in a raid really makes a raid good for you or not. It's mostly the feeling, the atmosphere, the people you play with, and all your experiences with them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this is how I met, like, all of the guys that I still play with today, like you and Tull and, like, who I'm trying to think. It was actually very...
Tull, Stuart, Mira, Appel.
Ozzy,
yeah. Ja, en Mieke. Mieketje, the hunter.
No.
No? No?
I remember Puma.
Yeah, that's Puma, sorry, yeah.
Oh.
Her name was Mieketje before Puma, yeah. But it's the same person. Yeah. Awesome.
I think Mercy, I don't know,
Yeah, Mercy was there, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, so...
Nice, a lot of people.
And then probably the raid that I was most successful in, like, gear-wise and kill-wise, was Throne of Thunder. With my shaman. And that was when I couldn't raid with a guild, but I had that incredible, like, sort of pug group that went every week. And we cleared Leishan in one night.
Yeah, you said that. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Which encounter, which boss did you like the most to do?
Elegon.
Oh, Elegon, yeah.
Yeah, many times. That boss fight, I've watched that boss kill video of yours, like, countless times, because that fight, like, I've had a few bosses where we've done over 100 wipes on, but that fight, like, I think we sort of have to set the scene, because, like, every pull that we did of that, I actually enjoyed the fight. Like, it wasn't a chore for me. having to just like graft this boss, but like I genuinely enjoyed the fight. And then like that last night where it was like 11:55 or something, and we were about to call it, or 10:55, or and the call we said one more pull, and we got him the last pull of the night. We had to wait to have 6 range DPS.
Yeah, we always cheat a bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And which one was your worst? Probably a dinosaur.
Harden?
Yeah, or not? I don't know.
No, purely boss fight and not the drama within the guild that evolves around the boss fight. I would say Garalon, because
Garalon. Oh yeah, we had that one as well.
I had done all the progression with the guild. Like I'd had the 100 and something wipes and whatever, and then I had to go back to studying. And like that week that I went back to studying, we got it. I was like, damn it, man! I spent like 130 wipes on this guy.
Yeah.
Garalon was awful. I hated that boss. Like I didn't find that boss fun at all.
Awesome.
But yeah, Harden is the fight was cool, but the drama in the guild around Harden didn't help it.
Yeah. The circumstances were nice there.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question. Let's go with this one. If I say the Order of Azeroth, what do you think immediately then? Your first thoughts?
Well, of course, like when I first raid with him, well, I sort of get the color orange. Then, then the people that probably come to mind the most are probably like that first officer team that I was ever like when I joined. Who was under? I think it was you, Tull, Nozzy, Flash, Mira, and Stuart.
Yeah, I think those. Yeah, do we miss someone? No, I don't think so. I think that that was around that time. Yeah.
And so it's sort of those sort of leaders, those like sort of initial leaders, and now also people like there's a lot of people actually that all people that have passed through and stuff, but also I sort of think of a very resilient guild that gets through a lot of crap that we have to deal with. And quite a successful guild. That, yeah.
And how do you feel about
negative thoughts when I think of this guild at all?
Oh,
Only positive.
That's always nice. How do you feel about the guild now, these days?
Like it's very good. I think everybody's quite happy. Like there's not much negativity going around, and like there's a few people that cause controversy, but like I don't know, there's nothing like I don't see any form of drama in the near future. It's a lot more relaxed and fun, I think, now.
Yeah, I also think that that it's a bigger group now.
Yeah.
The people know each other better and want to learn each other better.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
think that's also a big improvement.
A lot more people in sort of TeamSpeak all the time, and you get to know people a lot better through TeamSpeak. And
Yeah. What was your I already kind of told it a bit already, but what was the most epic moment in the guild?
in the Order of Azeroth?
Yep.
Killing Elegon. It's. Well, I mean, okay. Well, I can try to think of one outside of raiding, but
No, it's just your epic moment. If that was if you say okay, this was the one moment for me, then it's that. That's fine.
yeah, that's it.
Cool. And
Or
the
giving
worst,
access to-
is also Garalon then, or the worst one?
No, the worst moment in the guild was all that drama around Throne of Thunder time, and Harden and the guild sort of on the brink of breaking up.
Okay.
When people were always threatening to go different ways, and like I can leave the guild, but I can still be a part of it and stuff like that. But
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your position at when your rank when you joined the guild?
Exile.
And then
Recruit.
recruit, and then
Raider.
raider, and then
Social.
and now.
Big Bats Planner.
What happened with all those ranks? Can you describe that a bit?
Yeah. Okay, so, well, Exile was the default one, then you got...
It's gone now, guys. Excel doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
where you couldn't even talk in guild chat. Then, yeah, I joined obviously as a raider recruit, so I went down to my trial.
You also
Awesome.
made an application, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so I got enough application, went on trial with Saltier as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, when I got through trial, and you promoted me to a raider.
Yeah, was it me?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it sort of got to the point where I was never raiding because I discovered Call of Duty, which was taking up too much time. And I went very inactive. Yeah, in school. Like, in my free time, I wouldn't play WoW anymore. I'd just play Call of Duty. And then I ended up becoming very inactive, like, in the guild. And then, like I came back online, whatever I saw as a social, that didn't really matter because I knew I didn't deserve to be a raider rank anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was when I came back, like still fairly recently, it was a lot more relaxed for me because I didn't feel like I had to keep up with gear in between my holidays and stuff. I could just sort of do whatever I wanted in the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think I found WoW a lot besides that sort of initial time of playing it in the auto as well. This is probably my favorite time in the guild because it's so relaxed for me, and the pig bats is so relaxed, and you get gear and stuff from it.
Yeah, and you're raid leader now in that new team.
Yeah, indeed. Like it's cool to just sort of have some power. Like I always when I first joined.
I want the power.
I so badly wanted to be an officer when I joined. Like that was all I wanted to do. I wanted to have like influence. But yeah, now I can finally type an officer chat, which is just
Yeah.
life changing.
I asked this question because sometimes those ranks people like just ranks, But you can you can see that if you try to do stuff, if you talk with officers and you have ideas and you have to step down for a bit, it's not a shame, or you can always come back, and that's really something powerful we have in the guild. It's like, you can't raid that much anymore. Okay, fine. We're gonna try to get someone else in, and if we need somebody to park, or then they always ask that person who just left the team and still has social or something. So yeah, that's nice.
And I mean, when I came back recently, like from a long break, and I decided, okay, I'm really enjoying playing WoW again because I'd been leveling an alt with my friend that not Zeltier, the other IRL friend.
Yeah.
And it was monks, and they're like level 70 something, but now he's doing his exams. But that sort of was like, wow, okay. And he like during that time he was actually staying up here with me for like 4 days.
Okay.
And that sort of reintroduced me, and I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to get back into WoW. It's so much more relaxing compared to Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I decided to sort of like eliminate things that would cause me to get bored of it again, like face roll classes and stuff, and try and like a fresh start. So I decided that I was gonna get my mage to 60 and then boost him with professions and go from there.
Yeah. Awesome.
But now he's on level 541.
Okay, I'm at the last question now. Well, almost the last question. It's a question with 3 questions in it. Yeah. So, what do you want to tell the people that are in Toa now?
Okay, so from socials to officers. Just everyone.
What you want?
Okay, so I think if you want to sort of gain respect in the guild or sort of get to know people in the guild, I highly recommend whether if you're an active social or even a raider, is to be in TeamSpeak and have a mic, because sitting in it's not nice being in a raid when there's a raider without a mic, because you don't get to know them on the same level as the raiders with mics. And also that helps the team then, because it's sort of, you gel as a team. So that's probably point one, get a mic.
Yeah.
And download TeamSpeak. And then it would probably be that if there are ever like super drama moments where the guild may like feel like it's breaking up, don't be the people that back out of it straight away, because that's going to cause more people to leave. So if you want the guild to stay together, then don't leave. Like, don't think, oh, this is no like way out of it, because when that starts happening, everyone will leave. And what else?
I don't know. It's what you want.
Don't feel obliged to do stuff. So I don't see this often, but I have like where someone will ask, does anybody want to do raid finder, and say he's like a higher rank than you or something. Don't feel obliged to do it. Like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. No one will mind or anything. Nothing will be held against you.
Very wise words here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that was what you want to say, or do you have more? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Then we go to, now you can say something to the people that left the guild. In good harmony.
Okay. No.
Of course.
There's a few people that I would say some really bad stuff to.
No. It's more for the people who left the guild and they still have contact with those people.
Okay, so
That category.
number one that comes to mind is Archie. So I think that is really cool what Octon does. That he didn't leave the guild in any negative way, but that he still keeps so much like contact with the guild.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of espionage on our loot system, so yeah.
And also people like Marusha, she's also still here every now and then, and it's really good to see that, because they did have a really a positive influence on the guild, and they're still sort of bringing a positive influence. So I think if you like the guild but you do leave it for whatever reason to try and stay in contact, I think that's cool.
Okay. And then the final question, what do you want to tell the people who are not in the guild yet?
They should apply, because this guild has many, many different types of people in it, and everybody is accepted until you do something that is unacceptable. Like, we've had a few examples that if you had to join the guild, you would hear about very quickly on a raid night or something. But yeah, I think this is a guild worth joining if you want to try and meet friendly people and stuff. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, this was my final question. How do you feel now?
Good that I did this.
Nice. It's always that.
Telling them my WoW story.
Yeah, it was nice. Do you want to shout? To some people? Do you want to say to in particular someone?
Okay.
Or this is your moment.
Then, okay, I hope no one gets offended if they're not mentioned. Shout out to Brooks. Bats.
I'm here.
Shout out to Zoltia. Shout out to Jamforce, who is my other IRL friend. And then Arcgen. And then, well, okay, now this is going to be quite a list. Naturai, Hikan, Roller, Tool. Hold on, I actually need to go into the guild roster. Hold on. Mercy. Mercy needs a shout out. Z, even though Z might not hear this. Uppy. Who else? Uppy needs a shout out. Hold on. Wait.
I have the time.
The entire Pig Bats Raid team, all members of that.
Oh yeah, the Pig Bats. The Pig Bats! You should check our team song, man. You should check out our team song. It's absolutely epic.
It's unbelievable, to be honest.
And the logo as well. Credits to you.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, Nazi needs a shout out. And Marisha. And Stuart. And Mira. And Sophie.
And all the other people who are in the guild now. Well, I really want to thank you for this, Night Pick, for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for getting me on here.
Yeah, no problem. I also want to thank our viewers or listeners. You've probably listened this with internet in the background. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Check out the Piggy's awesome gear. Transform gear is also nice. You can check that in the video as well. And hope to see you guys next time in the next The Bats Talks With show. I'm not gonna tell who it is. You'll see that soon. So goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.